Anthony LeBruno here for your first electric guitar lesson. So the first thing I want to say is make sure you go back and check out all the acoustic guitar lessons because a lot of those concepts and techniques are going to apply to you as an electric guitarist as well. We go over things such as power chords, the notes on the fretboard, bar chords, the cage system, even strumming, a few different strumming patterns and how to strum properly. And we're going to kind of talk about that a little bit with picking today in our alternate picking lesson. So before I get into alternate picking and the exercise that I want to show you to practice it, let's just talk really quick about how to read tabs, which is just a short term for tablature. So if you go to a website such as ultimate-guitar.com, ultimate-guitar.com, they have a great database with hundreds and thousands of tabs for almost every song that has a guitar part or whatever. You can search it up and find a song that you would like to play and learn it. And so what tablature is kind of a system for reading music. There's also, by the way, chord sheets up on ultimateguitar.com as well. So it'll have the lyrics and then the chord symbol up above the lyric when to change the chord. So you could play those with power chords, bar chords, or even the open chords as you see fit. So for tablature, it's basically a way for guitarists to read music without having to learn every good boy does fine and the treble clef and the bass clef and so on and so forth. So what it is just 6 horizontal lines, and it just shows you the E string, A, D, G, B, and then the high E. And sometimes it's not there on the left at the very beginning, so just know that those 6 lines from the bottom up, it's actually kind of the reverse of when you look at the guitar. It goes by sound or by pitch, so the lowest one is the lowest sounding note, it's the low E. So it goes from low to high, E, A, D, G, B, E. And then what you'll see next to, on each of those rows, is going to be a number, and that's the fret that you play. So the downside of tabs is you don't get to, just by looking at the tab, know what the rhythm of the song is. But the idea is that it's a song that you already know and you want to learn, so you already know how it goes. You just need to know what notes are where, and you can practice along with the recording. Go on YouTube or whatever, and check it out and try and play along. All right, so it'll have a number, like let's say next to the A string, that second row up, it'll have a 2. Oh, let me turn on my volume here. A 2, and then let's say a 3, and then it'll jump up to, if the next note is on the D string, let's say it says 5, then you go to 5 on the D, so on and so forth. There'll be a couple other things there as well. You might see the letter P, and that would mean pull off. And we're going to go over things like this in just a few lessons. We're going to go over hammer-ons and pull-offs and bends and slides and things like that. But a lot of times they'll have a key at the bottom of the tab or up at the top telling you what it means. Sometimes the slashes will mean to slide in a certain direction or whatever, and they'll have an H for hammer-on and things like that. So I just wanted to go over that really quick. Make sure you check out the ultimate-guitar.com and maybe look for a song that you would like to play that you want to learn. So let's go right into alternate picking now. And so just like the strumming lesson that I did for acoustic guitar, and make sure you check that out, by the way, I went over that continuous down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up idea, that you're going to just basically be like almost a metronome of sorts with your right hand. So alternate picking is similar in a way that basically whatever notes you play, you're going to want to play them alternating down and up strokes, no matter kind of where you are on the guitar. So another lesson that we'll get to in a little bit is we'll go over a major scale, and I'm going to play the major scale, and I'm going to, instead of just strumming down or doing downstrokes for every note, like down, 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 I'm going to do down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, so basically anytime I play anything, or anytime, any experienced guitar player plays anything, they should be using alternate picking for any guitar riffs or lead lines that they play. All right, so I want to give you an exercise to get really comfortable with that. And the exercise is, I'm going to simplify it really for you and make it so that there's only 2 notes per string. We're going to use all 6 strings of the guitar, go up and down, but I'm going to make it so that there's 2, so that you can do a down and then an up, move to the next string, and then go down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, right? So that makes it simpler. Like I said, with the major scale, you don't always get that luxury. There's 2 notes on the first string, and that's fine. You just went down, up. Now you go on the next string, down, up, down, oh, and then you have to start the next string with an upstroke. So you don't always get the luxury of there just being 2 or 4 or any even number of notes on a given string. But this exercise is going to just do it that way so that you can get comfortable with the idea of the down, up, down, up, down, up, that alternate picking. All right, so it's also going to work your left hand, as you'll see in just a minute, because we're going to go over every dual finger combination there is. All right, so the first one, I just did it for you, but I'll do it again, is first finger, then second finger. You can do this on any fret, it doesn't really matter. Right now I'm on the 4th fret if you're looking to play along. I would start really slow, use a metronome as always. All right, when you get to the top, you're going to play that note again and go backwards. But I'm still doing down, up. So I'll do that one again. We got down, up, 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 down, up. Okay, start slow, work your way up. What I like to do is use a metronome and keep track of what BPMs or beats per minute I'm at. So that the next time I practice, I can try and move it up a little bit and get a little bit faster. So that's the first finger combination. It's first and second finger. All right, the next one, I would go, still starting on the first finger, I'm going to now go 1 and 3. This is, again, not to sound beautiful, nothing like that. It's literally an exercise for you. I actually learned the first part from another YouTuber, but I expanded it to do all the finger combinations. He just kind of was doing the 1, 2. So now we'll move on to 1 and 4. All right, and again, like I said, you're going to work your way up to these tempos. So I'll go back to going slow. So now we did all the combinations we could with starting with the first finger. Now we're going to start with the second finger, okay? So we have to go 2, 1. Repeat that top note, and we're going to go 1, 2. Still going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. All right, we did 2, 1. Now we're going to do 2, 3. 2, 4. All right, now we're going to jump to third finger. We would go 3, 1. You get the idea. I'm not going to go through all of them, but you would go 3, 1, all the way up, and then 1, 3, back down. Then you go 3, 2, and then 2, 3 on the way back down. Then 3, 4, and 4, 3. Right? And then lastly, we're going to do things starting on the pinky, which in my opinion is the hardest part of it. So on and so forth. Then we'll do 4, 2. We just did 4, 1, so we'll do 4, 2. Right? And 2, 4. Come on the way back. And then the last one, I think this one's the hardest, is the ring and the pinky finger. So we got 4, 3. 3, 4. Down, up, down, up. All right? So that works every finger combination possible in your left hand, as well as getting really comfortable with that down, up alternate picking in your right hand. All right, practice that, and in no time you'll be able to play any riff or lead line maintaining that down, up alternate picking. All right, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.